What's going on, guys? I'm Andy.
And I'm Chris.
And today we're going to be talking about Noah Baumbach's latest film, Marriage Story. So let's get right into it.
Marriage Story is about a couple going through a cross-country divorce and how it affects their family. And without a doubt, this movie contains two of the best performances of the year with Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson. But as a whole, I was a little underwhelmed.
Yeah, for sure. Very underwhelmed. This movie was extremely overhyped, but I don't want to look past the good things. Of course, Scarlett Johansson, my favorite actress of all time, gives one of her better performances, not her best, but one of her better performances in this movie. And Adam Driver, I do think, gives probably his best performance I've seen him give. Very emotional. But across from them, the supporting cast too, Laura Dern, Ray Liotta, also very good, I thought, as their lawyers.
Yeah, all around the cast is loaded. Alan Alda even makes an appearance as a lawyer in this film. And I think, personally, this is my favorite Adam Driver performance. Just some of the moments he has in this film are just heartbreaking.
Yeah, for sure. And he does a lot in this movie, like whether it's yelling, and he's a very good yell actor. I think he has that deeper voice, and in some parts in this movie, whether it's him yelling at his son or yelling at Scarlett Johansson's character, it's just some good stuff with him, I thought.
Yeah, and his chemistry with Scarlett Johansson on screen is perfect. There's a scene in this film that I personally think contains the best acting of the year. What do you think of that scene? The big argument everyone knows it's in the movie.
That was a great scene, of course. The acting was spectacular in that scene between those two. They really let all their emotions out, and it was heartbreaking, but I just thought that scene was trying to pull too hard on the audience's heartstrings, and the emotion really wasn't there for me because the character of Adam Driver, Charlie, in this movie, he's very selfish. And in that scene, he was being extremely selfish. And some of the stuff that he said, I just didn't feel emotional at all. I just felt, sickened with it.
Yeah, I definitely see your point on that. But for me, at least, I think the scene was more about, both of the leads just reached their breaking point. So, they were letting all their emotions out, and what they were saying wasn't really true to how they felt. In some instances, it was supposed to be extreme, in my opinion. But I definitely see where you're coming from.
Yeah, and I mean, it was good, but it was, like I said, it was a little overacted in that scene, just yelling, screaming at each other. But I mean, the kid in this movie, how they incorporated the kid's relationship with the family, I thought was really good. And that was where the emotional stuff really got me, whether he was pulling on them separate ways or when they closed the gate. So something I did think that this movie did pretty good as well was all the lawyer stuff and all the stuff inside the court. That courtroom scene was damn, it was intense. And all the stuff that they were saying, even though it was no action, of course, it was just dialogue. It was just great, all the words they were using against each other, how the lawyers were twisting their words too. It was very interesting, I thought.
I loved the back and forth between Ray Liotta and Laura Dern. It was very entertaining to watch them go back and forth in court.
Yeah, Ray Liotta was hilarious in this movie, I thought.
He really was, and the script is definitely emotionally compelling, and I was locked in for about halfway of this movie, and then something just disconnected with me, and that's why this movie's a disappointment, like I said earlier. I just found myself wanting it to end, and I know that's an unpopular opinion, but this is a romantic film. In recent years, movies like La La Land and A Star is Born have really handled romance better, in my opinion. And with Marriage Story, I just feel like it was kind of cliched in the sense that it was about two people who were in love, but they were falling out of love because they, had different desires and had to be in different places, and it just didn't really connect with me.
Yeah, no, definitely didn't connect with me either. I was trying to let it connect with me as the movie went on, but then it just started slowly getting more boring. No offense. And it was a little too long. This was 2 hours and 15 minutes. Definitely could have lost some stuff, whether it's her sisters and her singing.
In the end, there's no denying that Marriage Story was a well-made film, but for me personally, it just didn't land with me as a whole. But you can expect to see Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson make some noise at the Oscars. So this movie, definitely a massive disappointment, sadly. And I'm going to give this movie a 6.5 out of 10. I personally probably won't rewatch it for a very long time, and I know that's probably shocking to some of you, but it's just my opinion.
Dang, a 6.5.
Yeah.
This movie was a major disappointment, and it was very overhyped. And I do want this movie to get nominated for some Oscars, but I don't want it to win anything. I don't think it deserves to at all. I want them to get their acting nominations because it was deserving. And this movie overall wasn't total crap, but it was just too long and a little too slow at parts too. Overall, I'd give it about a 7.5. Pretty much a major letdown right now.
So that's a wrap for our review of Marriage Story. Hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to like this video and comment your thoughts on Marriage Story down below. And what's your favorite Adam Driver performance and Scarlett Johansson performance? Be sure to let us know. And in the future, we've got a lot of Christmas videos coming, some Star Wars videos, a bunch of end-of-the-year videos, so just please consider subscribing if you haven't already. It would mean a lot to us. We're having fun with the channel. So until next time, we'll see you guys later.
See you guys.